Oh, God's sake, why do we have to do this now? Why do I have to talk about such atrocity for our eyes? Welcome back, guys, to the Uncle Sharma channel. I feel sorry for especially the American or, North America, South America people that have to tune in early morning to watch that 6 o'clock in the morning, or whatever that time was for you guys to watch that absolute atrocity of an Inter performance once again. Wow, I have no words at the moment. I just feel so dejected. The signs were there. I mean, about this performance, Udinese were flying, and Udinese right now, top of the league. Udinese 5 wins in a row. But aside from that, this could be the game that is the end of Inzaghi. I think could be, because you guys know I've been trying to give Inzaghi time, but today some of the decision he made, the half 30-minute substitution with Bastoni and Mkhitaryan coming off, like that's a sign of a desperate coach, and it didn't pay off. That the substitution did not pay off. Conceding another 3 goals. Defending has been an issue all season, and another 3 goals conceded today. We're getting to embarrassing levels of performance. So I can see there's 90 people of you in here. At least leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. But let's talk about it. Guys. Let me see who's in the house. Jono has been commenting in here for a little while before we even came on, and yeah, you can see, the second goal, the third goal, they were all coming, Jono. They were all coming, weren't they? They were all coming, and the substitutions as well. Like, coming again, centre back for a centre back, like just kind of putting a man for a man, position per position. I have no will to write opinions about this garbage. Future Hendricks, I feel you, bro. I 100% feel you. Oh my goodness. Yeah, when Correa came on, he was awful as well, as usual, as he has been all season. And yeah, Future Hendricks, I don't know what the solution is, bro. Honestly, I do not know what the solution is. No one looks good on the pitch anymore. Like, I don't have players that we can say play well. Like, no one plays well. All of our top guys, Skriniar, awful. Bastoni, awful. Brozovic, awful. Lautaro, he tries, as always, but awful. Dumfries, awful. Every single player out there, Barella, apart from the free kick, awful. Just no one to save, as usual. Like, I just don't understand. Like, every single player is completely bang out of form. And no, I don't know. I'm not protecting any player. Like, as I keep saying, like, I like Correa, but he's not been it at Inter, like, at all. I like Correa, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna be protecting Correa because I like him. He has been not good at all, and he didn't make no impact when he came on. And De Vrij, oh my goodness, when we brought De Vrij on, I mean, we'll get into it. He came on and then he lost the man for the corner as well. Like, some of these players, the fall in performance, guys, like, I've seen people decline, but not like this, guys. Like, I'll pick De Vrij out, but all of these guys, like, the decline in form. We were talking about a lot of these guys as the best in the league. We're talking about Barella, Brozovic one player. Barella won it the year before, midfielder of the season, and now last season Brozovic won it. And both of these guys look completely, shadow of themselves. Skriniar, looks a shadow of himself. Like, it's these guys that we consider quite rightly in the past to be the best, especially in Serie A, the best in their position. And talking about in European football, top players in their position, they just look an absolute shadow of themselves. And yeah, like, I do want to blame them as well, but it's also obviously the coach that he's not being able to bring this out of them. Like, it's absolutely mad. Yeah, definitely one of the worst substitutions that I've seen. Like, it would have been good if those substitutions actually made an impact. You say, oh yeah, Inzaghi put his balls on the table, made the call, big shout, big call. It worked though in the end, so it got us the 3 points. But no, it did not. It did not pay off. So big decision. And I think Marotta, Auxilio, Zhang, and Co. They've got big decisions. I don't think he's going to go. Let's get that out of the way. I don't think he's going to go at all. Inzaghi, as I said, they gave him, we talked about it when they gave him probably too early the contract last year. The new contract, he ends on around 4.5 million net. I don't think he's got credit in the bank with the ownership and with the directors, so I don't think he's going to go. But this is my fear, guys. That substitution, that kind of stuff. This is the type of thing that can lose the dressing room or split the dressing room. Like the way Bastoni came off, Mkhitaryan as well, and it didn't. Again, the fact that it didn't work, it could have been, he could have relied on the fact that yes, this substitution worked, but this is the moment. I think we're going to look back today as this match today, Udinese, as the moment, as maybe Inzaghi has lost the dressing room. And yeah, there's an identity crisis as well. I don't know anymore what our style of play is. We got dominated by Udinese again today, and it's not the first time this season. I don't know what our style of play is anymore. And yeah, Filippo, this team looks finished, caput, finito, terminé, whatever words you want to use, dusted. It's not a team anymore. It's not a team anymore. This is not a team anymore that we're watching out there anymore, guys. They're not a team. They don't talk to each other. They don't collaborate. They don't work well with each other. They're all shouting at each other, moaning at each other. It's not a team anymore. Yeah, the hashtag Inzaghi out now. As I said, I said before this match, this if he loses this one, I mean, I thought worst case scenario we're going to draw this one, and it was on the cards. But I felt like I wanted to be, positive, go into the international break with positive frame of mind, end it with 3 points. But I said I understood. I started to understand the Inzaghi out people much more the last few weeks, and if he gets another loss, I definitely I don't know if I am hashtag Inzaghi out completely yet, but today is definitely the most Inzaghi out I've been, because that, as I said, I feel like this could be the game where he's lost the dressing room, he's lost the trust of the players, the confidence of the players. If he hadn't already, so it really needs someone to come and pick this team back up again, and it looks like it seems like these spoiled ass players need like a sergeant once again to just get them in line once again, because clearly the nice guy Inzaghi thing is not working out. Yeah, I think we talked about it when we lost the Scudetto last season. We also said, I remember, I think it was you, Filippo, as well. You said, can he ever recover from this in terms of the dressing room as well? Like after bottling the Scudetto like this, can he ever recover the dressing room, the players? And I don't think that since we've lost the Scudetto, I don't think this team has been the same. I think that moment where I thought maybe that moment, when we saw Lautaro, Di Marco crying with the fans the last day against Sampdoria, watching Milan lift the Scudetto in front of us, I thought maybe that could be the galvanizing moment that brings the team back together and let's go again next season. Let's get things back on track. Let's get the Scudetto back into the right side of Milan. But no, I think that might have been the moment that has killed this team, and Inzaghi has not been able to bring the team back together since then. And I think he's lost the dressing room. He's lost the confidence of the team. And yeah, I really don't see, even if he survives this, I just don't see a future for Inzaghi now at Inter, because I was from last season, what the signs I saw, I thought that this guy could be someone that you can have like not like a long-term project, but 2-3 years you could build something with this guy in this transitional period where we don't have owners that can inject money. But this is just not good enough at the moment, guys. This is not even good enough to just even our top four at this rate, even our top four is going to be oh my goodness, we could see the more goals in Cremonese. I mean, that's just embarrassing. That's just embarrassing. But it's just not good enough. It's just not good enough at the moment. Like to even get top four. Are we gonna get top four? I don't even know if that's gonna happen. Oh, it's definitely no. But definitely no. Scudetto is over. Like I pretty much gave up on that after the derby. Like that's just not a Scudetto winning team or even challenging team anymore. This is just we just need to make sure that we need to get top four again. End of the season. Hopefully, our new ownership comes in. We can reset, re-evaluate in the summer. But for now, is we have to no Gosens on as well. Like kept him for the whole 90 minutes on the bench. We have to save our season at the moment, basically, because I know it's still early on, but it's we have to save our seasons now already, and we're not even in October yet. We're only mid-September, and we're talking about saving the season because this is 3 losses already, guys. 3 losses already. So many goals conceded. Like even if he turns it around now, it's just too late because you've already compromised your season like this. Yeah, Frank, I understand 100%, and I feel your enough is enough feeling. Like, yeah, same old tactics, the man per man substitutions, this Gagliardini coming on. It's baffling. It's just baffling. Yeah, I mean, even a draw would have been okay. Like worst comes to worst, it was like, yeah, let's take a draw. Udinese are in good form. We're not in good form. Let's just take a draw, and bloody hell, but we couldn't even do that. And I mean, they kept having chances. It could have been even worse, to be honest. It could have been worse than 3-1 by the end because they would just kept countering us at the end, and we couldn't handle it. We could not handle it. Delofeo always, he's a Milanista at heart. Always has his bloody thing of turning up against Inter like even extra good. The best thing after the sadness game is you're live and go, oh, Pavin. I'm glad that you enjoyed this, but I wish that this was 2 seasons ago. We were reacting to more positive stuff and winning, or even last season, at least reacting to winning some trophies. And last season was definitely better than this. This is just completely, this is going back to I know, and I was like, a lot of people were telling me, this is going back to the Banta era, but now I might have been the one that's wrong. You guys might have been right. This is getting the feeling of Banta era now, of just going into games and not knowing if you're actually going to win, like thinking that you're going to lose every game you go into almost. Yeah, I mean the Gagliardini thing we'll get into. Bloody hell. It's just like I thought he saved you Americans, especially from watching Gagliardini at 6 a.m., 6:30 a.m. in the morning, watching Gagliardini play football. But no, 30 minutes in, he had to bring him in. He had to bring the guy in. And I don't remember anything from Gagliardini or match apart from winning a few headers, some fouls he made, some bad touches as usual. Like it's just oh yeah. Again, I think he is going to get the time. I think he is going to get, especially the international break and stuff, to go. And I think he is going to get that chance to see what he can do in Champions League, probably. But it definitely is that time that some decision tonight has to be probably made. Definitely, we can't afford Tuchel, bro. I've been talking about that. Like, again, because in Italy, you don't fire coaches in Italy, that you keep them on and you still have to pay them. So we have to pay Inzaghi's 4.5 net, and then whoever comes on, and then Tuchel, his Premier League PSG wages are going to be astronomical for us, probably like 5, 6, 7 million net. You're going to be paying what 10 million plus just for your coaches. It's just untenable for us in our situation. So the only realistic ones, if you're talking about guys that we can bring in right now, is going to be Stankovic. We talked about it a few weeks ago. It has to be someone that's cheap, available, knows Inter, Grinta merchant, passion merchant. Just give him till the end of the season. No long-term plan. Just try to save our season, save our asses. And yeah, I mean, you've got the completely wrong idea. The Zerbi is not that type of guy of screaming until they get it right. The Zerbi is he's a type of like I like him, but he's a hipster coach. We don't need a hipster coach right now. He's a guy who's gonna come in. He wants to play 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, possession based. He needs a lot of coaching time. He's not a great. He's not known. Well, he hasn't proven until now, but we don't know what his management is. He hasn't never managed a big team. He is a he's not that type of guy. Like right now, if you're talking about saving a season, we just need, that just that spark right now of someone coming in and just get these guys back on track, like, making some big decisions, sorting a few things out, and just, literally just saving our season, because otherwise this is going to crumble to banter era levels if someone doesn't do that right now. He lost the game with the starting 11. That's his first error. Now he lost Brozo. I don't know. I think the starting 11 was good. I think I don't think we can really moan about the starting 11. I think apart from maybe Gosens being instead of Darmian, I think he made all the right decisions. We said, no Gagliardini, please, and it was Mkhitaryan. But I don't think he really got that wrong. But then, Bastoni and those substitutions is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. 3 defeats, 2 wins at the last minute with them without deserving the results. Yeah. The only 2 performances this season that I can say were good were, Cremonese and Spezia, and that's not much at all to say. And obviously, Juve fans. Yeah, of course we've got our own issues, but you guys have got your own issues, bro. Of course, but that's why you guys supposed to be the Scudetto favorites. That's all becomes if that's good for you. If that's not a crisis for you, even just you're +1, but you're getting smacked around in Europe. And you're the highest paid coach, highest paid team, most paid in the transfer window. You've got other issues. 100% Uche. I've been, this season I've been pro Inzaghi, but I've tried to defend him and tried to see that there's points where you can turn it around, but it's that is the thing. That's just the lack of other options. That's just the lack of other options at the moment. That doesn't convince me. That's the thing with Inzaghi. I've not been convinced with Inzaghi, but knowing the other options come in, like people that come in and talk about the Zerbis, is like, do you know what type of coach the Zerbi is? Just because he's Italian and available doesn't mean he's the guy you should go for. And obviously, ideally would be someone big profile like a Tuchel coming in, but it's just too expensive, guys. It's not realistic. Like we can't. This is like saying us like go out and get someone like a really expensive player. Like that's basically what you're saying, and we just know we just can't do that physically, financially. Inter at the moment, our situation off the pitch is just as bad as it currently is on the pitch, which Inzaghi deserve credit for last season for getting us over the line. But again, Gagliardini is not the guy. He's not the guy to focus down on. He's not the guy to scapegoat. Once again, today there's no scapegoating individual players. Dzeko, he was decent, but nothing to particularly scream and shout about. 100% mental issues. Completely, the team mentally is not there. Ashwin, I agree. And there you go. XG wise, Udinese outperformed this as well. It was such a physical, dirty, gritty match. Like it was very, 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 very difficult. I'm sorry, Massimo. Celtic losing as well. Of course, we got Lukaku coming back after the break, but even with Lukaku, we didn't look too great this season at the moment. That's the thing. We've got that to look forward to, but I don't even know what's there to look forward to too much. Yeah, the fact that Acerbi, 2 games he's played, he's been our best centre back. That is absolutely crazy, Marcello. That is absolutely crazy. And of course, we got the Milan corner. You got Juve and Milan fans coming in. I can't blame them. I would be bantering them as well on their channels. So fair play. It is what it is. What I think of Handanovic, we made one really good save, but then the other ones, as usual, the third one for sure. I mean, it just like went crossbarring in above his head. The other ones, I'm not sure. Maybe the corner one, he could have got it, but yeah, no one to save. Andanovic definitely not to save. But again, I don't know if he needs to be blamed. What else, guys? Why Inzaghi trying to get Gosens into form? Yeah, exactly. I mean, today, I don't understand. Like, I understand that he wants to ease him in after his long injury period, but like, I don't understand like the completely inability to bring him on today. Like why he is a goal threat, Gosens. He is a goal threat. That why over one thing, he's not a player that I've always said I don't particularly rate highly, but one thing Gosens always has had is goal threat. So if you're needing a goal, Gosens has to be your guy. Daniel, yep, disaster. We were horrible, couldn't handle the pressure at all. Yeah, today they pressed us like crazy. We just could not play out from the back. Like they bullied us. They bullied us today, Udinese. They bullied us. And shouts out to them as well. Like, just as bad as we were. They were really good. Shouts out to Sotil. The Sotil train is going very strongly. Yeah, missing the Scudetto last year will sting us for many years to come. 100%. Jarrah, I never wanted Inzaghi out, but his subs and the way he approached the game was horrible. I haven't seen this type of performance from Inter in a long time. I agree. Just, oh my goodness. The approach, just everything, and we started off the game well. You think after that Barella free kick, we'll get into it in the screenshots that I have, but you think that's the take the game by the scruff of the neck and get the 3 points. But no, we got that goal. Imagine if we didn't have that goal, guys, I don't see us scoring at all this match. Yeah, Juventus are in a similar situation, but the problem is that Juventus, they can stretch financially if they really need to. They probably can do something like that where they pay Allegri and a new coach to come in. Whereas we definitely can't do it unless it's like someone super cheap, whereas like someone like Stankovic or someone that you pay 1 or 2 million or something to just come in, please, bro, just save us. And yeah, Gerard, that's the point I'm making as well. That I don't know if he's I think today might be the game where he's lost the team. I think he's lost the team today. Thank you, Jono, for reminding us this venting session is all we have for now. Oh, bro. Oh, it's so true. And now we're just gonna have to watch that Milan Napoli game as absolute haters. And I bet you Milan get a win and just show why they were champions and show us how to actually play football properly and be a cohesive team. Yeah, I've always said this, especially on the Suning, is like if we don't have money to spend, I would have say to us, be clear that our target is top 4. We go for a younger team, just start completely different. But we're now in that middle point where we reduced the wages, but we're still the highest paid team in Serie A after Juventus. So like we're kind of like a halfway hybrid of like we're trying to still be get these big name and players, but like we don't have the money to do it. But it's just like this hybrid project at the moment where it doesn't like scream any clarity to me at the moment. We are so predictable. Everything about this team is stale. Yeah, stale, Julian. I agreed. Stale is probably really the right word at the moment, where I don't understand like what as I said, like the identity of this team is, the style of the play of this team is. It's absolutely like just not good enough. And I'm trying to catch up with the comments, guys. I'm trying, but there's a lot of venting, a lot of comments coming in from you guys. Do you think the curva is part of the reason Inzaghi is not benching Anda? No, I don't know. What do you mean by that? I'm not sure what the curva would have to do. I think that's just about just Inzaghi not really having the balls to bench the team captain, because Andanovic, that's the thing, he's the captain, so it seems like he just doesn't want to be the captain. Yeah, we talked about Udinese, and I thought maybe they would be a little bit more terrorist today because it's Inter, but actually we look like if you showed this sorry, 1 second. If we showed someone the images or the match today to someone else, they thought we would have been Udinese. We look like Udinese. Yeah, Ian, that was a car crash. Need a therapy session, but bro, maybe I should just get into full-time therapy now. He lost me when I saw the subs and we knew we were finished. Yeah, 100%. My boy Danny in the house. Am I enjoying? Yeah, enjoying this Inzaghi masterclass. 100%, bro. 100%. Suning needs to sell Killing the Souls of Inter. Yeah, I mean, but them selling right now is not going to make any difference. Like this is, Inzaghi needs to turn this thing around on the training pitch, on the ground. This is where thing needs to the stuff that happened in the summer. We know that it didn't help us at all, but it shouldn't be this bad. It shouldn't be this bad on the pitch. We need a triple winner to remind us what we're capable of. Yeah, maybe. So reality, we can't afford firing Inzaghi. We don't have money, so we might as well hope to finish top 5. Well, I don't know what it has to be top 4, bro. It has to be top 4. I've seen the Real Madrid may come calling for Skriniar. Yeah, I don't know how we can keep any player now, Jono. I don't know how we're going to convince someone like Skriniar to renew at this rate. That's another worrying. If we perform like this, he's going to be like, F this, I'll go for free at the end of the season. But yeah, let me move on to the analysis, guys, because otherwise we're never going to move on because there's so many comments from you guys, and I appreciate you all, but I'm not going to get around to every single one of you guys, unfortunately. Yeah, no, 100%. I don't expect Handanovic to save every shot, but there's a limit to what we can take in terms of not moving for shots. Yeah, that's the thing as well. It just seems like now the thing with Inzaghi is we all keep saying the same stuff every single week, but it seems like Inzaghi is not seeing the problems that everyone else seems to be seeing. So that's the worrying part. That's the worrying part. Yeah, I mean Brozovic today was really, really but no one was good today. That's the thing. Brozovic, like I was really disappointed with Brozovic today, but no one was good. No one was good. And yeah, like Udinese looked really good. Like they definitely look like all of their players look better than ours. And I agree, yeah, no, except for players making so much money. As I said, we're the second, make fun of Juventus because they're by far the highest paid coach and team in Italy, but we're second. It burns me to see Milan like with their team. The salaries are much lower than ours. Younger team in theory, like they're not winners, like they're not a team of winners, Milan, and they've got a coach that his whole career he wasn't a winner purely, and he's been able, and he's not like a hard sergeant at all. Like he's like Inzaghi, like a nice guy, but he's been able to do so much more with that team with limited resources. But yeah, let's get into the analysis. I'm really forgetting how to speak English as well now. But yeah, as I said, I was happy with the starting 11, to be honest. Obviously, I would have liked Onana in there rather than Handanovic, but we know in the Serie A it's going to be Handanovic. Acerbi, again, we said in the pre-match that, if he starts over De Vrij, you can't really blame him. And today, I think, as we said, Acerbi was probably the best out of the back three. Dumfries, maybe, yeah, again, I keep saying Dumfries maybe needs the rest because he keeps playing him now. And he was really bad. And then big midfield, we didn't want the Gagliardini, and there was Mkhitaryan. Darmian on the left, yeah, that was the one where we were saying that, yeah, maybe it should be Gosens, and up front, obviously, maybe Correa for Dzeko. But again, Dzeko played all right. So the starting lineup, we were okay. Yeah, Barella and Dumfries remind me of that. That's a good shout, Ian. That's a good shout. That is a good shout. I mean, that was definitely banter era moment when Dumfries. Oh my goodness, I don't even want to talk about that. I didn't get a screenshot of that, but that's because I was on the floor with like punching the floor after Dumfries had that beautiful opportunity to cross it in or give it back to Barella, and he did none of those things, and he shot it in the rose head. Tim freeze, brick freeze. Like the guy's touch is absolutely atrocious for a professional footballer. And yeah, I can see people are getting flashbacks of that banter era moment. And yeah, as we said, like we started the game so well. Like this Barella free kick, like Bare, we didn't know you had this in the locker, bro. We were not familiar with your ability. Like that was such a good way to start the game. Like what a beautiful free kick. And apparently I was listening to the zone, like look at that. It wasn't like, in the corner, but it was a really nice free kick. And I was to the zone, and apparently he's only taken ever 3 free kicks, including this one. So he took 2 at Cagliari, and then this is his first ever free kick he's taken for Inter. So 1 out of 3 he scored. So very, very nice for Barella. Maybe we should start putting this guy on on free kicks. On free kicks now, but that was a beautiful start. Yeah, Christian Potato. I'm feeling like here as well. The Inzaghi out train is definitely getting many poor people on that train. Yeah, this is definitely not the Inter that I love and admire. 100%, bro. 100%. Don't know if he really thinks he's Maicon. I don't know what he thinks he is, man. He bring back Jonathan. Oh my days. No, I don't mean like I didn't mean to start the game well. Is in terms of like we're playing well, but we started well. We were 1-0 up between, was it the 5th minute where we scored 6 minutes? So we didn't start well. We didn't. There was no moment that we played well really in the whole game. But we're 1-0 up, thanks to individual brilliance. So you'd think that something comes out of that, but no. After that goal, we just kind of sat back, invited on pressure. They kept pressing us very well, very high. Bastoni, I mean, okay, let's talk about it. I mean, let me know, guys, if because we need answers on the substitution as well. Like, so can someone keep an eye out for the Inzaghi interview as well, please, because we need answers on the substitution for especially Bastoni, yeah, Mkhitaryan. So let's see. Oh yeah, actually, it looks like he's already talking. So let me veer away from my analysis quickly because he's already talking. So let's start with So there he is explaining his substitution. I changed Bastoni and Mkhitaryan because they were. Oh, so here's the yellow card thing. Oh my goodness, this is one thing we've always just been annoyed with this guy. The yellow card obsession with this guy in the 30th minute of the first half. Okay, so he changed them because they were, yellow carded. We lost all the second balls. I agree, they were awful in terms of battling both those two, but especially Bastoni. So Bastoni and Mkhitaryan paid, but everyone else should have. So yeah, he basically wanted to get everyone off. But yeah, he didn't really explain that properly. So yeah, so it was. I was thinking that maybe it could be an injury or something that we don't know about, but no. So it was the yellow card thing, his yellow card obsession. Yeah, he just commented he didn't sub Bros after his booking. Yeah, I mean, but that Brozovic, we know, Ian, like he's the one that we just can't get rid of, and now he has to obviously in the next match because he's banned. But we know Brozovic is just untouchable for this guy. So, and then let's see what else he says. So it's 3 away games in a row that we take the lead and then we lose 3-1. This is not good. I am responsible, but this is not good. We scored 9 goals last year in a whole. Wait, what? 9 gol l'anno scorso, l'abbiamo presi in un girone. Yeah, so 9 goals we conceded in the whole of the first half of the season. Or was it? Yeah. So like we've already conceded as many goals as we did the whole of the first part of the season. There are individual errors and collective errors, and we need more concentration. Yeah, that's just, there's nothing we can gain from that. That's just obvious. We had the luck of finishing the first half 1-1. We had to get better in the second half. We have to meditate a lot because this defeat hurts. Bro, you need to do more than meditate, brother. You need to do a lot more than meditate. You need to do the opposite of meditating, actually. You need to do some screaming and shouting, my friend. So it looks like in this question, they asked him, what we're talking about. Are they like, the leftovers, negative leftovers from last year? He says, no, there's no aftermath of last year. We had a very positive season. There are many because this translation on this crap. So basically he says, obviously because we're losing 3 out of the 7 games now, there's a lot of negatives. And the game from today leaves us all perplexed. I have to do more and better because I am the coach. Yes, once again, he's taking blame, but these are the words of a guy who's getting sacked, guys. These are the words of a guy who knows he's getting sacked. Midfielders are not helping the defense. We don't have to stop and look at the midfielders. The whole team is to blame. There are many small individual mistakes. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. This is basics, man. We hope not to get any injuries with the national teams. We are left with 4 forward players and 2 goalkeepers. We will wait for the others because we have to analyze the defeat. There are many things we have to do better. Yeah, I've not gained anything from his words there. Pretty much useless. Mourinho masterclass coming next game. Yeah, well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, now I'm gonna watch every other game with apps. This is the thing when you have an early kickoff like this, and it just ruins the rest of your day now. Yeah, Per Paolo Mourinho, of course, 100%. He's one of the best technical directors in Italy, 100%. Ahmad's coming in with a different XG from the one Besisa showed us earlier, so which shows that Udinese even had even more. The one we saw earlier had, I think, Udinese at 1.2 or 1.3. So yeah, if that shows definitely that Udinese deserved it like that. XG reflects what I saw on the pitch for sure. We play Barcelona twice next, so yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, only the good things to look forward to. But going back to the analysis, yeah. So Bastoni was substituted, guys. Honestly, I'm not even like the problem with the substitution is, as Inzaghi said, you probably needed to substitute one of those games where you needed to sub off the whole team. But like Bastoni was really bad. Like here, he just gave the ball away really badly. Like he had what we're talking about. We're talking about these guys that we really rate highly. Like Bastoni, we were on our knees like to make sure that it doesn't go to Spurs because he's the future of this team. But how bad has he been? This season? Like Bastoni, here he gave the ball away. And then like they were pinning us back the whole match like this. Like look at that, we're pinned back like we're playing against peak Barcelona or something. Deulofeu in between the lines was giving us all sorts of trouble. We couldn't get out of our own half. We couldn't play out of the back. So many technical mistakes as we've seen all season. And yeah, maybe the weak mentality at the moment is rubbing off 100%. And as Ian said, the writing is on the wall. Yeah, of course, there are obviously excuses for Inzaghi in terms of the ownership and stuff. Like he's been given a very difficult team to manage in terms of what we can actually do. But there's too many errors happening right now. And see, that's the thing, guys. We can't get rid of the team. That's why coaches get fired, because it's easier to get rid of one guy than 25 guys. Like I'm actually more disappointed in the players than I'm in Inzaghi, because as I keep saying, the fact that these guys need a guy like Conte or like a Sargent to be screaming at them for their mentality to stay on point the whole season, to me, it's just embarrassing. Like, it's embarrassing to me that some of these players have regressed the way that they have. But at the end of the day, which one's easier to do? Which one's quicker to do? Which one's cheaper to do? Get rid of the manager. And that's why in football, manager turnaround is so prevalent. Yeah, so they were like completely owning us pretty much most of the half, and this was Bastoni's best moment. Like, yeah, Dzeko heads it down to him, and yeah, he has a nice volley. Even though technically Bastoni is really good, but on a defensive level or physically, he's just been lacking this season. And this was his last moment. He got a shot on goal, which was a decent shot on goal, nice volley, good save by Silvestri, and that was it. That was the moment that he is subbed off. Him and Mkhitaryan subbed off. And Mkhitaryan, I didn't take a quick picture of Mkhitaryan because Mkhitaryan, he's experienced, 33 years old. He seemed like he took it on the chin, but Bastoni. And I think, guys, this could be the image that we remember. That was the end of Inzaghi, because Bastoni obviously was not happy. And there's that video I posted on my Twitter. I don't know if you guys saw it. Let me see if I can pull it up without getting copyrighted. But yeah, Bastoni's kicking the chair in front of him once he sits down. Like literally, physically, you can see he's fuming. So let me pull it up. You can see here, goes to sit down, and look, he's just kicking the chair in front of him. Look at that. It's kicking and screaming. Look, like a spoiled child. And then Gosens is trying to calm him down. Apparently, according to the Zone, he's saying that people can see you, so don't do this. But not a good look at all. And that's what I'm saying. These are the type of moments that maybe you've lost. You can lose the dressing rooms over these types of moments. Yeah, we need a remodel, but the problem is, Daniel, that we also need, to do that. We need an ownership that can inject money into the team. That's That's the issue. We do need the remodeling. The team has been the same pretty much for the last 2 or 3 years. It needs new blood, new fresh blood in there. But we need a new ownership for that to happen. To your point about shouting, they definitely respond to it well, even when Onana plays and shouts at defenders. Well, no, I mean, Handanovic is also quite a lot. You know, I wouldn't say that Handanovic is also, you know, he's a vocal guy. Like that's one thing that goes well for Handanovic. He's a vocal goalkeeper. I wouldn't like go down to those levels that because Onana shouts, they play better. But in terms of the coaches, it seems like they just need someone that babies them, basically just tells them, you know, Conte is that guy that micromanages everything you do. You know, you go here when the pass is in the 5 meters up on their side of this pitch, this move happens, you go on the overlapping run here, you pass the ball here, everything is remote controlled. It seems like these guys clearly need someone like that because they're just not good enough, which is, to me, that's what I'm saying, it's even more embarrassing to me that they need someone like that, because that shows that you're not that good at all as a player. It works in terms of, it makes sense, like, you know, if you're Emerson Royale like now at Spurs, and you know, players that are not that high quality, and you're able to be elevated, the Giaccherinis of this world, you know, or he did at Juventus, you know, those types of, you know, mediocre players, elevate them to the next level, then yeah. But if we're talking about that these guys are the best in their positions and they still need like babying like that, then that's just embarrassing to me. And look at this, like I've every time I take screenshots, remember guys, in post match, like so many mistakes on the counter attack. Like, look, this is Brozovic, probably our best player, and he does this on a counter attack, just a simple ball down the line, and this went out for a throw in, by the way, guys. Barella's down the line, and it could be a 3 versus 2 here if Brozovic just does a nice little ball curling back into the pitch into Barella, and you're on the counter attack. But there's so many wasted this season. Like, we're just so bad, so many basic technical mistakes that we're making. So that just shows to me the mentality, and they're not there mentally on the pitch. Like, that's just awful. Yeah, the rise decline is 100% very, very concerning. And the players' attitude, but that's what I'm saying. Like, Inzaghi has a lot of good excuses about, you know, the drama that's gone off the field. Like, he has a very difficult situation to manage, but at the end of the day, it looks like last season he managed it really well. Last season he managed it really, really well, but this season he's not managing it well at all. And halftime we go in like this, and the stats don't look too bad there, because it's 7 shots for them, none on target, 5 shots for us, 2 on target. The possession is not that bad, but when you actually watch the match, it was much worse than that. And obviously the goal we conceded was off an own goal, which was really unlucky. You know, Skriniar, out of all players, had to be Skriniar. The ball bounces in off him. Maybe Handanovic could have reacted. I'm not too sure. Then we go into the second half. Di Marco comes on. This was a, you know, nice play. Oh, my boy Interista Forever is in the house. What's up, bro? We need I'm sure if you're gonna do a reaction, make sure you guys check him out. He does like match reactions, like live reactions to the match, like, you know, watching the match. Yeah, I don't know about Poch. I don't know if Poch is the right guy. At the derby, definitely not, bro. But yeah, as I said, Tuchel is the guy for me, but he's too expensive for us. To me, you just need a guy like, you know, the Stankovic of the situation. Someone just come in. Don't give him a long-term contract. Don't give him 2-3 year contract. Like, just bring him in, just sort the situation out, make some big decisions until the end of the season. Let's see if there's a new ownership coming in. Let's regroup, save the season for us. That's what I'm saying. These other guys, we need to see what type of ownership comes in. Like, we need more long-term plans with these guys. Like, you can't bring in Poch or De Zerbi to in these situations like this. Yeah, like here, Dumfries as well. Like, Dumfries are such a stinker of a match. Like, these are the moments that we need Dumfries to step up in, and he hits it down like he should be, but then he hits it over. It was a good right foot cross from Di Marco, which was a surprise. Dimitris, Forza Inter always, but today is one of those days that it feels difficult to say. But thank you, Dimitris, for coming in from Greece. Yeah, Suning's definitely one going to pay Tuchel 10 million and Inzaghi's wages, unfortunately. And then, yeah, to make things worse, Brozovic now is going to be, he was awful as well today. Brozovic, definitely one of the worst players out on the pitch. Got the yellow card, and now he's not going to play the next match against Roma. So we're going to miss Brozovic because of yellow card accumulation against Roma. So good news upon good news upon good news. Yes, Nicola, today it is difficult being an Inter fan. Anyone saying Stankovic in is not thinking correctly. Gianluca, maybe you could say that, but at the moment I'm saying that there's no point. You can't bring in, if you're talking about these coaches that are ideologues like the Derby or Pochettino, like there's no point bringing someone like that in. You need someone that's gonna have, when you bring in someone, mid-season, it has to be someone that's like, well, we're not even the mid-season, we're really at the beginning of the season, but we need to bring in someone that's gonna make a big impact. You need basically a passion merchant, and I'm not, that I don't want, someone to be that I'll manage for like a manager for like long term, but it just needs someone that's gonna wake up these players right now. So it is probably a reactionary decision, but to me, we're talking about those guys that, like how United after Mourinho, they just needed that fresh, they just needed like Solskjaer. I don't rate him at all as a coach, but he did a good job just to be like, that passion merchant, United in and now, like just free the players in like different ideas. First center from Pakistan as well. My day is ruined. Hope you guys are safe out there in Pakistan. I know there's the weather and it's a bit crazy out there at the moment with the floods. So I hope you guys are safe. Yeah, but we need Rajid, like reinforcements. We need a reinforcement in the summer, but we just don't have the ownership to do that at the moment. And yeah, this is where the Handanovic actually stepped up. Another really cheap giveaway on the counter attack. They counter us. The guy carries the ball for 40, 50 yards with no one stopping him. Then has a good shot. Look at that. That's going pretty much in the corner. And Handanovic is reactive to this one. So fair play to him there. But then afterwards, this one where it hits the post, Deulofeu, again, obviously on the counter-attack, and hits it. He hits it in such a weird way, Deulofeu. He's got a really peculiar way of hitting the ball where he just kind of hits it like almost into the ground. And yeah, Handanovic is he doing his usual laser save there. And yeah, here's the goal, guys. And I didn't manage to get a proper good screenshot there because the good screenshot with the zoomed in, you can see that this was De Vrij's guy. So De Vrij comes on for Acerbi for a reason that we don't know. Maybe, I don't know, Acerbi maybe he's not got full 90 minutes in his leg still because he didn't have a full proper preseason, but still, weird substitution already from Inzaghi. And he comes on. This was De Vrij's guy. I watched the replay closely. He was De Vrij's guy. De Vrij loses him. And the thing is, it actually, if you watch closely, but obviously you can't hear, as I said, my screenshot isn't that good, but Bijou hits it and he hits Correa at the side of his head. So actually it deflects off Correa. So I don't even know if I want to blame Handanovic on this one because and yeah, actually, yeah, true. Baki, De Vrij also gave the corner away, didn't he? Yeah, because he like tried to do something, like tried to go to the left of Success for some reason, of Isaac's Success, and then he just like muddled it and it went for a corner. So actually, you might have been right. It might have been that corner as well, isn't it? That he conceded it and then also lost the man. So yeah, awful impact from De Vrij. One of the worst substitutions in terms of impact that we've seen. And then yeah, we still we had chances here. Like here, Dumfries does well at the far post, heads it back into Lautaro, and then he just completely mishits the ball as well. Like, even when Lautaro, I can't fault him. He did try his best today, as usual, as he does with his grinta, with his passion, running, but just not good enough as well from him. That was the one chance he had all match, and he couldn't take it. He just completely mishits it. But again, I'm not going to blame. There's no one player to blame on this loss. I'm not going to pick out any singular players on this loss. But when your guy who's supposed to be scoring your goals isn't doing it, then yeah, there's no way you're going to get a result. Why not wait till the winter break to make a change? Assuming we do too many games. Yeah, no. As I said, I don't think they're gonna do it. I don't think he's gonna go. He's not gonna go 100%, in my opinion. I mean, I could be proven wrong, but Marotta is not really a quick trigger finger type of guy. He never was a Juve. Obviously, a Juve oversaw a very successful period, but from my understanding, he's not a quick trigger finger type of guy. And as I said, he's got the fresh contract from last year. He earns pretty good money. So I don't think he is going to go. We're just talking about that. Today, for me, is the day that I am started to. Yeah, I think I've pretty much given up on the Inzaghi project at Inter. I don't see how he's going to recover from this. Yeah, I just don't see it. But as I said, I don't think he is going to go, and I think they are going to give him time. And I think the only way that they're going to fire him is if the fourth place starts to, because once all the other objectives go, the one basic one that you have to do is the fourth place, because you have to get that Champions League money. That's the bare minimum, especially in our position. And if the fourth place starts to look, tricky and seems start like, we're starting to start to miss fourth place, that's when you have to make that decision, because that's where financially you have to think about for losing out the guaranteed 40-50 million that you get from Champions League. It might be worth getting rid of the coach. But I don't think he'll go for sure. Yes, 100% wrong from De Vrij with second goal. He put it out after being subbed right in. Yeah, awful impact from De Vrij. Dzeko tried as well today. Yeah, I can't fault Dzeko again. He is what he is. He's 35, 36. His legs are dusted, but he tried. Correa was not good today once again. Thank you, Nursery NL, for reminding people, like the stream. I'm not going to be on for much longer. There's not too much else to talk about of this absolute torturous result. Timmy, I was cooking lunch and the performance was enough to make me add chicken to my pesto. I don't know. Yeah. Wow, look at that. Actually, chicken to pesto isn't that bad, guys. I've done it in the past, but yeah, I know that proper Italians would be fuming at that. Marcello has lost completely faith today, and I don't blame him. I don't know if I've lost completely faith, but today definitely I am, getting there. I'm definitely getting there. And the fact that he's not giving any time to Aslani and Bellanova as well. I really that's one of the things I'm really disliking about Inzaghi at the moment. Shambles, W seeing you, but seeing this depressed face, I don't know if it's gonna cheer anyone up. Probably only Milan and Juve fans. We lost a Scudetto already. Horrible season. Yeah, we have. What else have I got? Oh yeah, and this is the third goal, the clincher, the nail in the coffin. Barella not tracking his runner, tall guy Aslan. Cross in, completely free header at the far post, diving header. This is the one I can blame Handanovic for, because it was like kind of not straight at him, because he hit the crossbar and in, so it wasn't straight at him. But you got to save that one foot of his is inside the goal. But yeah, not much he can do once Barella's left the guy completely free. But again, it's the 90th minute or something, and I guess they already gave up. But that's the thing. These are the worrying signs that maybe these guys have already given up. These are the banter era Inter types of signs. Let's hope the international break is worth it for the guys that don't leave. Yeah, maybe, hopefully, we can recover Lukaku, recover Hakan, do something different. Yeah, maybe he needs to. Yeah, well, we've been talking, of course. Maybe he needs to change something up. Change formation up, 3-4-3, 3-4-1-2, 4 at the back, something else. He needs to change something, because what they always say, the definition of insanities was it doing the same thing over and over again. So surely at some point he needs to change something up, Inzaghi. Yeah, no, 100%, John. I did give credit to Udinese where they deserve it. Udinese deserve credit. I don't want to be just talking about Inter being bad, but Udinese were really good, but we were really, really bad. Let's have a look at to finish up. They had more shots, more on target, doubled our shots on target. More corner kicks. What else? Yeah, we had more passes, but not really. We didn't make any of them count. They had more dribbles, obviously. That's always the thing. We lost possession more. They obviously won more duels. That's always happens these days. Standout players, yeah, I think probably man of the match probably was Gerard Deulofeu. He just was, giving us trouble all over the place. And their backline was solid. Becao was always a very difficult centre back to face. Lovrich was good, yeah. Udogie actually wasn't that good today. He is very hyped. He is the future of Italy, but he wasn't very good today, Udogie. But for us, yeah, obviously Skriniar here on SofaScore's got the own goal, minus points. But Acerbi probably our best player. And maybe, Dzeko and Barella obviously deserves credit for the free kick. But I really don't know who to say from this. Dumfries should be like a 4 or 4. Darmian was, as usual, not non-existent on the left. There's no point playing Darmian on the left unless it's like really an emergency. And the substitutes, Di Marco got 7. Geez, I mean, he was decent, but not that good. And De Vrij was absolute stinker. The Gagliardini, what did he even do after coming on? He made this big substitution, but he had 13 passes and 27 touches, like all this big commotion. Like he did well in terms of duel winning. That's why his whole point was, because they're a physical team. But at the end of the day, did it affect the way the game went? Not at all. Correa, he had one good chance on the counter attack, 3 dribbles attempted, uncompleted. Yeah, that one where he should have just shot. There was one moment where he got past the player on the counter, and then he just ruined it, killed it. But awful. And now that we have Cherby in the team, look at the average age of this team. Because now we have a Cherby who's 34 plus Handanovic. So our average age actually has gone up now this season, because we were talking about, and Mkhitaryan, we were talking about how the average age might decrease this season because of Aslani and Belanova. But now with Dzeko, Mkhitaryan, Cherby, Handanovic, Darmian, like this is a team. And whereas there's almost 4 years difference in terms of average age between the two teams. What else is it? So Lazio winning 2-0. Immobile, nice. And then Icone scoring for Fiorentina. So we'll be looking. Where are we in the standings now? Juventus could overtake us. Lazio will overtake us. Bloody hell. Not looking good. Not looking good at all, guys. No, Correa over Thuram was because Thuram got injured, guys. He had a serious injury last season. He finished the season with 0 goals, 0 assists last year because he had a big injury. So it wasn't a bro moment, because they were going for Thuram, but he got injured. But going for Correa over or everyone else, that maybe spending 31 million definitely was a bad decision. But not we couldn't have signed an injured Thuram. That would have just been an awful decision. Handanovic, I'm not. So, did he actually say that? Ahmed? Oh my days. Yeah, that's the thing. We gotta hope now. We need a new ownership. We need to inject some money into this team, refresh things. That's the only way we can come out of this situation. But yeah, guys, that was my match reaction. Now we have to go into our hater mode, salty mode, and watch the other teams play, and hopefully they don't get results. But it looks like everyone is actually playing as they should be, apart from us. Going into the international break, we'll do videos on what's going wrong at Inter, stuff like that, tactical breakdown. Obviously, see what the news is on Inzaghi and things like that, on Lukaku coming back. Yeah, it is what it is, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Hoping Monza, Sensi, and Co at least give us something to smile about, but I doubt it. Thank you, everyone that's come in. I know this was a painful one, guys. I know this was not an easy stream to watch or, talk about. But I appreciate you all that have come through. Just as you guys might feel I'm your therapy, you guys are my therapy as well. But thank you guys for coming through. Leave a like at least, as Sheriff says. Thank you for coming through, Sheriff. Bloody hell. Appreciate you all. And we go again. Rome after the break, and then Barcelona twice. So not much break, but we've got these 2 weeks now. Still the next match. I don't even want to look actually when the next match is. I just want to take a break from Inter now. Thank you, everyone that's come through. 1 hour long live stream of pain and suffering. But thank you, everyone that's come through. Eduardo, Jono, Frank, Sharif, Nicola, Timmy, Marcello, Ian, Christian, Ahmad, Emil, Chris, Baki, Yanis, Raji, Mike, Seeker of Truths, Nursery NL, Bruce Wayne, Raji, Rita Raji, Hussein, Chopping Mo. Yeah, thank you all that's come through. Mayank, Dishant, everyone that came through. Ciao ragazzi, see you on the next one. But still, always Forza Inter. Let's hope things turn around soon because we deserve it as fans. We deserve more. Always Forza Inter.